this is a buddy of mine I met literally yesterday. God kind of brought me to him. And what, your first time, like first year coming out here? First year coming out here, man. Yeah, no, this dude, I told him he looked a lot like me. My first year coming out, nervous, but about it. And then he actually brought a crew of friends, man. I challenge people to do that, and you're like the first one that's ever done that.
You did. You challenged me. I took you up on it.
Yeah,
I took you up on it.
That you did, man. That you did. I just want to hear what you've experienced between yesterday and today.
I would say first starting off yesterday, I was really nervous. Just didn't even know what to think because honestly, the news gets pushed on me and just culture gets pushed on me. But I would say I got here and immediately started praying and just felt the Holy Spirit over me and giving me courage. And as I started talking to people, I got more courage to go out and just understand that we're all people and we're all broken, saved by Jesus. And really just it started to just pick up after that and enjoying doing it.
Yeah, it's almost like the dam breaks and then it just kind of flows for the rest of the time. Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's amazing. What are some of the interactions that you've had out here? Because I know you said you had some others on the parade front as well this time.
And I'd love to hear how they're doing too right now. But I would say definitely yesterday was my most interactive group. And it was a group of 3 people came up to me over by the street preachers, and they were just like, why is everybody yelling? What is all this? And like just asking me what I was doing. And so I told them I'm a Christian and I just believe that we're all people and just shared the love with them. And this guy was really receptive of it and got me a water, gave me a hug, all that. Like really just could see the spark in his eye of like, wow, this love, this hole in his heart is Jesus.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Where's your people go?
They're one person's talking to somebody right now, actually.
Oh my gosh, bro!
What? She's over there. She's over there reading Bible in the shade.
Oh my gosh, bro! No, that is crazy work.
Just a couple teenagers on fire, I guess.
That is wild, man. That is wild. Nah, do you think they'd be willing to say some words too?
Sure.
Yeah, let's. Nah, man. So first time out here doing something like this?
Yeah, for sure. I've evangelized before.
Yeah.
But usually it's just because I live out of town. I'm not from Charlotte. I live really close to Charlotte, but smaller town. You know, I usually go to like malls or kind of like Walmart. You know.
Yeah.
You know, small town people. You know, and of course we're in the Bible Belt. Where I live is more conservative than it is here in Charlotte. So whenever I talk to someone, it's like, yeah, I'm Christian. So. But at this event, no. At this scale, definitely not. No, it's a lot, you know.
Yeah, it's good fishing here, man.
Oh, yeah.
What's some things that kind of surprised you in like a positive way coming here?
Maybe I just think that people are kind of like evil or something like that. But I was expecting way more people to yell at me or just reject me. But people are way open to the ideas. You know, I usually start off with a compliment. I tell them I like their shoes, or I just ask them about something, and then I ask them 2 questions: what is their definition of love, and then I ask them if they've ever heard of the gospel. Usually, whenever I ask about the love, they don't know off the top of their head. It is a hard question, I admit. But when I ask for the gospel, I'm surprised how many of them have just said no. You know?
Yeah.
And they've heard of Jesus. They've been to church, but they never heard the real gospel.
Yeah.
You know, I explain it to them, and I don't like raising my voice, and I would never yell at them. But you know, sometimes it's frustrating. You know, because sometimes it feels like they're not too attentive, or they're not too focused, or they just want nothing to do with me. But I press on. I tell them Jesus loves them, and I pray for them.
Nah, that's incredible, man. That's incredible. Yeah, the reason I value y'all's, experience and stories so much is just because, as you've seen, there's not a lot of us out here doing this, and so much of the discouragement happens before this ever happens. And so I just like to try to document and chronicle people, but especially those that have never done it before, just kind of coming in and being like, yo, like, God was faithful. God was faithful to give me some good conversations, and help each and every one of us just properly represent who he is and what his gospel's about. So yeah, keep it going, man. Keep it going. As long as you got breath in your lungs, man, keep it pushing. Did you want to say something? No? Okay.
Can I
No,
just say
cool.
something real quick about just
Please.
evangelizing?
Yeah.
So where I work, I get tipped, and I don't always get tipped, and that's kind of how I look at evangelizing. Right? Sometimes you're gonna benefit more. Sometimes people are gonna be more attentive, or they're gonna experience God. A lot of the times, though, they're not gonna be attentive. They're not gonna experience the Lord. They're probably just gonna want nothing to do with you. But if I had to give a tip, just do it. Right? It's like a muscle. It only gets stimulated if you work it out. Right?
Yeah.
So just keep evangelizing and you'll get better at it. So that's all I have.
Hey man, said like a master, said like a pro, and I'm not saying that just to gas you up. You're talking like somebody who's got a bit more experience under your belt than you probably do. So keep at it, man.
All right.
Keep at it. Oh, what's up, man?
This is the rest of the group.
Oh, what's going on, I'm the rest. Man,
How you doing, brother?
doing good, man.
Nice to meet you.
How's things been for y'all?
I'll do great. Honestly, we're having a great time out here.
Ah, you're good, man. You're good.
Lots of people and dude, everything. What's going on, everybody? We're out here at the Pride Parade, spreading the love of God, spreading the good news, dude. Anybody who will listen, every ear that can hear is going to hear the good news, whether they want to or not, because I'm screaming it.
Hey, man, I like that energy. Man. My guy tells me that some of y'all were down on the parade line.
We were down on the parade line.
Right here.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a very unusual experience, I'd have to say. This is my first time being to one of these events. I've evangelized at like the beach and stuff, but this is like completely different.
Yeah.
It's like, because at the beach, people are like, yeah, I listen because I'm at the beach, I'm on vacation. But here it's like they have their beliefs, they stand for something. Yeah. You're trying to not persuade them, but you're just trying to plant that seed for that to grow up inside of them, and it's just more difficult because they already have their beliefs.
Yeah, that's true. And we were all talking about it whenever we got in here. There's just such a weight on these people, and when we were walking here, we just feel like just I don't want to necessarily say evil spirits, but man, it feels like it. We walk in here just a weight on our shoulders of these people, the burdens of these people. I mean, all we can do is really just like spread the love to them because they're hurting. They've suffered from trauma. They've suffered from different things throughout their lives, and this is the community that they've turned to because this is how they've been affirmed. This is the people that accepted them in. But at the end of the day, this isn't going to be what fulfills them. This isn't going to be what actually gives them satisfaction. And so that's why we're just trying to share to them like what actually will give them satisfaction and what will lead them down the correct path.
Hey, y'all got some words of wisdom, man. Let me encourage you with a couple scriptures just on that spiritual warfare tip. You got your Bible right there. 1 Timothy. Open up to 1 Timothy chapter 4.
1 Timothy 4?
Yeah.
To it.
Well, you might. You in the Tanakh, bro. Yeah.
I'm actually. Oh wait, Timothy. 1 Timothy 4.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Yep. 1 Timothy 4. Yep.
The Spirit clearly says that in later times some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons. Such teachings come through hypocritical liars whose consciences have been seared as with a hot iron. They forbid people to marry and order them to abstain from certain foods which God created to be received with thanksgiving by those who believe and who know the truth. For everything God created is good, and nothing is to be rejected if it is to be received with thanksgiving.
So what we can see, Paul is instructing Timothy there, is that false doctrine, false teaching, ultimately, like the ultimate sponsor of false teachers and false teaching is dark spirits and dark spiritual places, right? Yeah. So like even just what all of us are doing in our own way of just having conversations with people, engaging with what they believe, we're attacking those kinds of mental strongholds that the enemy's created. And the second verse I want you to look at is 2 Corinthians chapter 10.
What verses?
Verses 3, starting in verse 3.
Corinthians 10:3.
Yep.
I got it. For though we walk in the flesh, we are not waging war according to the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but have divine power to destroy strongholds. We destroy arguments and every lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive to obey Christ, being ready to punish every disobedience when your obedience is complete.
Yep. So what we see there is what we do in response to those kinds of false teachings and those those errors that are being sponsored by demons in high places, right?
Yeah.
Paul says we go to war against that. But how does he say we do it? In the flesh? Do we wage war like we're Muslims?
No.
With guns and suicide vests? No, we go out there with arguments, big dog, because those are the strongholds that matter.
Yeah.
What people believe, right? So like when you say that you're coming in here and you're noticing like some spiritual warfare, you better believe you're noticing some spiritual warfare, big dog. There's plenty of arguments and lofty opinions raised against the knowledge of God here. I spent, me and my wife, we spent our first 2 hours going from affirming church to affirming church, challenging them to prove what they're saying from the Bible, and none of them could. The few that actually wanted to talk with me, none of them could, So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
They're just here to affirm these people. But if you look around, I think they're doing a pretty good job affirming themselves. I don't think they need help from an affirming Christianity to affirm themselves.
No, they don't.
So if
They make themselves feel better.
Right.
Themselves, really.
Right. If anyone's wasting their time out here, is these Unitarians that don't know what they are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I'm like,
sad.
but us, man, like, nah, we doing the Lord's work, man.
That's all we can do.
Be encouraged, man. Y'all the next generation, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, do it big. Do it big, do it bold. I love seeing it. Yeah, man.
Appreciate it a lot, dude. We're having a great time out here. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna be out here till 6, I think, is when it ends.
Yeah.
I want us down here the whole time. We should be able to.
Hey, man, y'all ain't got responsibilities like we got. We got a babysitter that's probably barely surviving against our kids right now.
Really?
So yeah, we're gonna be out of here in the next 10, 15 probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like y'all single, y'all ain't tied down the way we are.
Yeah.
Go all in. Leave it all out. Leave it all out on the court, bro.
Yeah, we will,
treat
for sure.
treat this mug, because you only get this once a year. You gotta wait a whole nother year to come back out here. So when you come out here, man, I don't know if any of y'all watch basketball. Treat it the way OKC and Indiana was treating that Game 7 this year, bro.
Same 7.
This is it. This is it.
It is.
This Game 7, man. Every year is a Game 7. Come at it with that perspective. God will always come through. And always be praying before you get here that God and the Spirit of God are preparing hearts
Oh yeah.
for the message, right?
Yeah.
And if you do that, whether you're doing it here, whether you're doing it, wherever you guys go to school or wherever y'all work, just always be praying for God to prepare hearts and minds. Make it natural to walk in the supernatural, and you're gonna be built different.
That's good.
And you're gonna end up built different, bro.
That's awesome. That's what we're praying for. We prayed before we got here, dude. We had to stop a few times and just pray because it's just like such a strong demonic force here. Really, it's incredible how strong it is. Like I've never felt it like this before.
Nah, man. Once you push through, you're in it. But as I was talking with my wife on the way in, I was just kind of walking where I was chuckling. I was like, it is kind of crazy how the most scared you are is when you're 10 feet from the entrance to the parade.
Yeah.
Because that's when it becomes real. It's like, am I really out here doing this?
Yeah.
Am I that kind of Christian? Well, I'm about to be.
Yes, we are. Yeah. But thank you for your encouragement. I really appreciate it. We're gonna get back to work out here, I guess.
Yeah, you guys have been an answer to my prayer because I was asking God, send me some people.
Yeah.
Send me some people to help me out here.
He works miracles.
And I tell you what, man, this dude showed up, said he was bringing friends. I'm like, brother, y'all have been an answer to my prayer for more hands. Because Jesus said, the harvest is plentiful, the laborers are few.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being an answer to my prayer, bro.
Of course, dude. Thank you for the work you're doing out here.
Thank you for the encouragement. It's just really teaching us because it is our first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing something big like this. This is new grounds for us. But we're excited and we're praying for more opportunities like this.
Yeah, man. Yeah. If you want any more, I gave you my podcast. Yeah, you can show them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my most recent episode was like a 2-hour teaching on all the arguments that people use out here, and just like how to refute them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you can put that in your back pocket for it's not gonna be the first time you're talking with people with this persuasion. So
that's good.
I'll
definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, man. Get back to it.
Yeah. God bless you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Is this gonna be on YouTube podcast?
Yeah, some of it. Yeah.
Your YouTube's the same name as your.
Yeah, same name, same symbol. Yep. Yep. So yeah, you might just see yourself up there, big guy. Tell you, man, you was just stepping out in faith, and God said, "I'm gonna give you a confirmation, big dog."
I know. It really is a confirmation to me.
Man, be a scout. Be a scout for others to follow, man. Other people gonna be looking at you like, man, why he doing that? Show me a verse. Show me a verse that says I shouldn't be. And maybe you follow behind.
So that people see the good works the Father does.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, y'all get back to it, man. Yeah, that is good stuff, man. That is good stuff. Well, I think on that note, that might be a good note to back it up on, right? Oh my gosh. That was incredible, man. That was incredible. Wow, Charlotte Pride 2025, man. Man. You want to see God answer some prayers, man? Start praying that God help you share the gospel. You'll see him answer some crazy stuff, man. All right, let's go out of here. Let's go rescue the babysitter.